Well, good morning and welcome back to Posh Cats Camping. It's February and we've just come through a storm Kyra in the east of England here. Lots of strong winds and quite heavy rain, but no snow fortunately. A lot of the country, certainly in the north and Scotland, have experienced snow this week, so we've escaped from that. It's a beautiful sunny day, although we've still got the tail end of the winds and the trees are bending over fairly. This is going to be a quick video. We're not out. We're, as you can probably see, the motorhome's on the driveway here at home, and it's not been out for a couple of weeks, so I'm just going in the van now to have a quick check around to make sure that we haven't got any leaks or the rain's not driven in through any of the hatches or the windows. And I'm also going to put the electric hookup cable on, and I think before I go in the van I'll do that. I'm sheltering at the corner of the driveway here out of the wind, but for those of you that have not seen the electric hookup cable before, if you're new to caravanning or motorhoming, we use a blue cable or a blue plug on an orange cable generally, and this is what they look like. So there we are, there's two plugs. One is a male, this one here is a male plug, which goes into the socket on the wall or on the post on the campsite, and this one, the female one, has a little lid on it, which difficult to do with one hand, but has a lid on it, which you can see. That's the female plug. That plugs into the side of the caravan or motorhome and provides the power. So I'm going to plug that one in first. You can see there's a male there and the adapter. And the plug goes in like so, and you should feel it click in place like so, and that locks in place there. Now you might say it's no good having a blue cable. I don't have an electric plug on my house with, you know, like they do on campsites. I have the 3-pin plug, rather like this one, and those sockets can't take a blue plug. Well, here's the trick. You buy an adapter with a 13 amp 3-pin plug on one end and the female blue plug on the other end, and that fits to your extension lead beautifully. And there you have it, the orange cable into the female plug there, and then that can plug into the garage. Now you might think, well, why don't you just have a blue plug fitted in the house? Well, I haven't got round to it. All the years I've been caravanning, I just haven't got round to it. And if I do go away and park on someone else's drive, I can take this with me and plug into their garage or into their house. So quite a handy little adapter, really. Well, inside the van now, I've just opened a few of the skylights and pulled back the blinds just so that I can see what I'm doing. I've checked the washroom in the back here, everything's fine. We've had a couple of frosts, so I've just checked that the taps are still look fine. There's no well, no evidence of any frost damage in the vehicle as I can see. We had drained down properly, drained down all the boiler and also the cold water system. So shouldn't be a problem there. We leave the taps open as well, so that if there is any expansion of frozen water, when water turns to ice, it expands, it can easily crack and damage the inside of the tap unit. So that's why we leave the taps open. Just going to check the fridge and make sure there's not, we usually leave the doors ajar on those as well. We make sure there's no mould forming in there. We could just give that a quick wipe out if there is. Check the wardrobe and in some of the cupboards as well to make sure there's no evidence of any moisture. That's the checks done. batteries are charging again. Haven't been on charge for a couple of weeks, but the solar has been putting a little into the batteries whilst it's been sitting on the drive. We're out in it again in about a week's time, so I'm just putting the charge on until then. We are on a site where there is electric hookup, so we're not going to be dry camping this time or off grid at all. We're going to be on a campsite again, so that's in a week's time. So as everything looks normal and as it should be, I'm going to go back inside in the warm now. Well, we're back in the warm now, and just grabbed Sue, and I was going to tell you a little bit about what we've got coming up in 2020. We've done a lot of ringing round and booking online, and in February we're going to go to the Caravan Camping and Motorhome show at the NEC, which is just next week. And at Easter we've got a little east of England coastal trip where we'll visit Aldeburgh, Southwold, Saxmundham and some of the villages around the eastern part of England. Not far from home, but it'll be a nice gentle Easter break for us. In May we've got a West England trip which includes Gloucestershire and Shropshire, and we've got a little YouTube meet up there with our friends, the Caravan Nut and the Caravan Vlogger. There'll be trouble. In June we're going to go to Hermanfest 2020, which is held in the New Forest. We're meeting up with a few more YouTubers there. Herman Hits the Road, Ads and Zoe are organising that one, and we haven't met them yet, so we're looking forward to that. Also in June we've got a Beccles meet up with our friends from Ipswich who live just 3 miles away, but we're going to go with them and a few other friends, Motorhome Chit Chat and a few other friends to Beccles, which is in the Norfolk Broads. It's a lovely little CL that they've found, and we're going to go and join them there. In July we've got the Norfolk Motorhome and Campervan show in Norwich, and we're including that as part of our Norfolk and Northamptonshire trip, which we're hoping to visit Princess Diana's resting place, aren't we? Althorp House in Northamptonshire. We've found a nice caravan park with the Tranquil Parks group. We'll be visiting that in Northamptonshire in July. We've also got the Suffolk Centre Rally at Shotley, which we help our friends Nick and Carol to run, and that's also in July.
You said Nick and Carol. You love
Yeah,
Nick and
you
Carol,
love
don't
Nick
you,
and Carol.
darling? You love them,
do
don't you?
like Nick and Carol, don't you?
Nick and Carol.
They're not here today. So that takes us to August, which is our main trip of the summer. We've decided this year, after lots of debate and indecision, we've decided to go to North Devon and North Cornwall. It's an area that we visited many years ago when we had first of all the tent and then caravans, and we've got some pictures of our
trailer tent.
Oh, and a trailer tent, yeah, with the Mini.
Towed it with a Mini.
We did.
Mini Metro.
That's right. Gosh.
Took us 12 hours to get there, didn't it?
Yes.
Trailer tent.
A lot of hot air. Anyway, we took a photograph at Ilfracombe, didn't we?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and find those photographs. We also revisited a little later, so about 5 years on, we revisited Ilfracombe.
Sitting on a hill, weren't I?
Sitting on a hill.
With my hand-knitted cardigan.
That's right. That's right.
The
So
bubbles on.
we'll see if we can find the exact spot and take a picture of the grey-haired old boy next to his lovely wife again. and that's August really. But do you remember what we said this time last year about what we got on our bucket list? Take a look at this. And finally, what's on our bucket list?
Well, I still want to see the aurora. I don't know whether I saw it or not when we were at the Isle of Skye. We didn't have we didn't have the right lens. I only had a cheap app on my phone, so I'm not sure whether I saw it or not. But I would love to actually be able to physically see the aurora. Probably mean that we would need to go somewhere like Finland or
Or Norway, yeah.
or Norway,
Or
really,
Iceland.
where it's meant to be stronger, so you can see it more clearly.
So that's on our bucket list.
That's on my bucket
I've
list.
been
Yeah.
packing the suitcase since the end of October. At last, we've sorted out what we're going to take and what we're not going to take.
And where are we going?
We're going to Norway, to
Norway.
the Isle of Senja.
To the Isle of Senja. And that's coming up in the next vlog. So we'll keep you in suspense, and hopefully you'll see that vlog next week.